Hey everyone, today we are diving into something that can seem a little overwhelming. How to pick the right mutual fund. With so many options out there, it's easy to get stuck just looking at returns. But there's much more you should be considering. So let's break it down in a way that's simple and actionable. But before proceeding, if you would like an introduction to mutual funds, then check out our channel to watch that video.
Investing involves putting your money in some financial product to generate returns. In India, you can invest in stocks, bonds, real estate, gold, PPF, NPS, FDs, and many options. But over 19 crore Indians are investing in mutual funds. That's more than the population of Japan. So clearly, it is a popular investment option. Let's say you invest in a stock. You buy 5 shares for 100 rupees at 20 rupees per share. After a year, the share price grows to rupees 40. So your investment value increases to rupees 200 and you have made a rupees 100 profit. But the issue is that your stock may not always grow in value. It could lose value and you could go into a loss. So you do some research and decide to take that same 100 rupees and divide it into 10 stocks of different companies. Some share prices may go down, some may go up. This is called diversification. The thing is, if you diversify your stocks properly, you have a better chance of earning good returns. This is how a mutual fund works. A mutual fund takes your money and invests it in various stocks, bonds, and other securities to diversify your investments. But here, you aren't the only one investing. The mutual fund pools many people's investments and then invests it. You end up owning a part of the whole mutual fund based on your investment amount. As of today, Indians have invested 61.16 lakh crore in mutual funds. But where are these mutual funds and who manages them? You may have heard of SBI Mutual Fund, Nippon Mutual Fund, and Aditya Birla Sun Life. These are called asset management companies or AMCs. There are 44 AMCs in India, and each AMC creates various types of mutual fund schemes with different investment strategies.
First up, rolling returns. Now, a lot of people look at CAGR, which is compound annual growth rate, but that can sometimes be misleading because it only gives you the average return over a set period. Rolling returns are a much better way to measure the consistency. Think about it like this. Would you rather invest in a mutual fund that performs like a cricket player scoring consistently or one that's amazing in one match but mediocre in the rest? Rolling returns help you see consistency by calculating returns over overlapping time periods, giving you a more accurate picture of how the fund performs year after year. For example, Mutual Fund A has rolling returns of 12% from year 1 to 3, or 14% from year 2 to 4, and 13.5% from year 3 to 5. And Mutual Fund B shows the returns of 10% from year 1 to 3, of 9% from year 2 to 4, and of 8% from year 3 to 5. Fund A shows stronger and more consistent performance across multiple periods compared to Fund B, indicating better reliability. Once you've checked the rolling returns, compare the fund's performance to the benchmark. A benchmark is basically a standard that the fund is trying to beat, like the Nifty 50 or the S&P 500. If the fund consistently beats the benchmark, that's a good sign. You can also compare it to the category average. For example, if you are looking at the large cap equity fund, compare it to the other large cap funds to see if it's a top performer in its category. Next up, let's talk about Sharpe ratio. Now this one sounds technical, but all it does is measure how much return you're getting for the level of risk you're taking. Think of it this way. If one fund gives you 20% returns but takes a ton of risk to get there, and another gives you 15% with less risk, the second one might actually be a better choice for the long run. It's all about finding the sweet spot between the risk and the reward. For our funds, Mutual Fund A has a Sharpe ratio of 1.8 and Mutual Fund B has a Sharpe ratio of 0.9. The higher Sharpe ratio of Fund A means you're getting more return for each unit of risk compared to Fund B. It's like getting a bonus for being a smart investor. Now, to understand risk, let's dive into standard deviation. This tells you how much the fund's returns fluctuate compared to its average. The lower the standard deviation, the more stable the fund is. For example, if 2 flights are supposed to take 2 hours and one is consistently 10 minutes late while the other is anywhere between 10 and 50 minutes late, which one would you prefer? Another metric to look at is beta. Beta measures a fund's volatility compared to the overall market. A beta of 1 means the fund's volatility is in line with the market. A beta above 1 means it's more volatile, and below 1 means it's less volatile. If you're someone who doesn't want to lose sleep over market swings, a lower beta might suit you better. If you can handle more volatility for the potential of higher returns, you might go for a higher beta. For our funds, Mutual Fund A has a beta of 0.95 and Mutual Fund B has a beta of 1.3. Fund A's beta shows it's less volatile than the market, making it a better choice for those seeking stability. Fund B with a higher beta is significantly more volatile. Next is alpha. This metric indicates how much a fund has outperformed its benchmark after adjusting for risk. A positive alpha means the fund has outperformed, while a negative alpha suggests underperformance. For our funds, Mutual Fund A has an alpha of plus 3% and Mutual Fund B has an alpha of minus 1%. Fund A outperforms its benchmark by 3%, while Fund B falls short by 1%. This clearly shows that Fund A has been managed more effectively, adding real value to your investment. Finally, let's talk about something that often gets ignored: expense ratio. This is the fee that mutual funds charge for managing your money. The lower the expense ratio, the less you are paying in fees, which means more money stays in your pocket. But keep in mind, a lower expense ratio doesn't always mean better. Sometimes funds with slightly higher fees perform better because they are actively managed and provide better returns. So don't just go for the cheapest option, look at everything in context. For our funds, Mutual Fund A has an expense ratio of 1.2%, while Mutual Fund B has an expense ratio of 1.8%. Fund A's lower expense ratio means that more of your investment works for you, making it a better long-term choice compared to Fund B. Next up, we have upside and downside capture ratios. These metrics indicate how well a firm performs in rising and falling markets. A higher upside capture ratio means the fund captures more gains when the market rises, while a lower downside capture ratio means it loses less when the market falls. For our funds, Mutual Fund A has an upside capture ratio of 120% and downside capture ratio of 80%. While Mutual Fund B has an upside capture ratio of 90% and downside capture ratio of 110%. Fund A captures more of the market's gain while losing less in the downturns, making it a better option for navigating market swings. And to wrap it up, choosing the right mutual fund isn't just about chasing returns. Look at the fund's consistency with rolling returns, compare it to the benchmarks, check risk metrics like Sharpe ratio, beta, and standard deviation. And don't forget about the expense ratio. It might seem like a lot to process, but once you know what to look for, it becomes much easier. Remember, nobody can predict which mutual fund will give you the highest returns. But by using these metrics, you can pick a fund that aligns with your financial goals and risk tolerance.
Stack Wealth is a new age investment management company that helps you take your wealth to new heights. Our team consists of experts with 25 plus years of experience managing investments for more than 1 lakh investors. Our team of experts help you curate a personalized mutual fund portfolio based on your goals and risk tolerance. They help you decide your asset allocation. They also help you identify high performing sectors to help you generate additional returns. And finally, we help you manage and monitor your investments in real time. First, download the StackWealth app from the Play Store or App Store and complete your sign up by entering your mobile number and email ID. Now you can explore the app, get your personalized mutual fund portfolio, or browse our various investment opportunities. To start investing, you have to complete your KYC. Once your KYC is completed, you can start investing in your personalized mutual fund portfolio or explore our expert curated investment opportunities. If you're not sure where to begin, your dedicated wealth manager will help you. Now you can start an SIP or make a one-time investment. Remember, you can always pause your SIP anytime and edit the SIP amount if you want to increase or decrease it. Finally, you can sit back, relax, because our wealth team will rebalance your portfolio based on shifting market conditions, identify and recommend new investment opportunities, give you monthly portfolio reports so you know exactly how your portfolio is performing. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and tap the bell icon to stay notified, because we are making finance and investing as simple as possible for everyone. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.